No BS, just straight bars. It's time to get to it. Let's get busy. Here it come. Pull up on the spot, I'm ducking another op from another block until I give him a couple shots. When I hit the spot, we pulling up, it's something hot, showing up the rocks. I'm high chief just from the top, we can get it in though. Looking for your kinfolk, all these men in the bar, I'm wick with the pencil. Trying to smoke something, so at last, my last stash, I'll be smoking out the window like I caught backdraft. No turning back, I'm earning scraps and learning that I've been fired with the pen like an inferno match. Send her up to the sky, thunderclouds hit me, show you the full gore with all killer instinct. Put him in a figure four, maybe he will listen more. When I kick in the door, everybody hit the floor. All these girls coming to cash. Hey, what's going on? It's the Humble Roast Podcast. Hey, we got to welcome back our co-host, La Madrina. How you doing?
Better.
What happened?
I get chronic migraines, and they take me out, like full on. Can't even look at the light take out. So
as somebody who gets migraines frequently, I sympathize with you because it is a bitch to deal with. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. So they took me out for a good week, but we're good.
Well, speaking of being taken out, well, we got to talk about what obviously transpired Monday on Raw, which, I mean, getting into the fever pitch of what happened, to say that Raw's show on Monday was just good would be a little bit of an understatement. It was a great show.
A lot of things that needed to happen happened on Monday. So
well, and where should we start? Like,
we should start with Cena and Cody.
Let me see. Hold on. Who we got? Hold on. Yeah. That ain't who I think it is. That ain't who I think. Is that Tim? Is that this is actually my coworker, my boy Tamias. What's good? Tim, yo, welcome to the show. I told you I really do this for real.
You thought you was playing.
Yeah, you thought I was playing. Yo, Tim, obviously you're here. Join in the discussion. We'll highlight your comments as we go along. You know, we got to talk obviously about what transpired. So I'm gonna let Nessa kick it off a little bit. Yeah, great to see you too. Lena, Greg, Miss Angel.
Hey y'all.
Good to see you. Backstage brawl, blood, sweat, and yeet is wild. Yeah. Yo, shout out to my boy Joel. Yo, Joel, man, tell everybody out there in your city I love him. I rock with him. Let's get to business though. Let's get down to what we're talking about. So we're talking about Cena and Cody.
Yeah.
So Nessa, go ahead and kick that off for me.
It was needed. Them going back and forth, like throwing blows at each other verbally, has been what was needing to be from the beginning after what happened at Chamber. And then they got physical.
It ain't even the physicality part. No. I feel like the words that were said,
they were bullets. Straight bullets.
Matter of fact, every single thing that they said to each other was the equivalent of, if that's as lightly as I could possibly put it. And just some of the things that Cena was saying to Cody and that Cody was saying to Cena. And
it was the fact that Cody was able to hold his own.
He did. He definitely did.
He held his own, was like, okay, this is gonna be a good match. Like, they're gonna really give it to us.
Boy, did they. I mean, we got to talk about some of the things that, like, Cena was saying, some of the things that Cody was saying. And I remember. Wait a minute, man. Where do I start? Like, because I should have wrote some of these things down.
Yeah, but more than likely, it was more, let's just say, pretty much Cena saying that Cody is a wannabe.
he called him a nepo. He called him a
a nepo
nepo baby. And
Mhm.
I'm like, man, and Vince McMahon caught a stray. Tony Khan caught a stray at the end.
I think what I
Everybody.
liked about Cody's was that he was like, "Oh, let's get into it before you get into it." Yeah, I was Stardust. Yes, I did this. Yeah, so like he pretty much, he's like, "I'm gonna come at myself before you come at me."
Hold on. First up, quick plug. Shout out to Sports for You, my boy Jonathan Watson, all the way out there on the West Coast. Like I said, West Coast is the best coast.
It sure is.
West Coast is the best coast for certain things. And sports podcasting is definitely one of them. Every Wednesday, they're usually on Wednesdays, sometimes other nights. Make sure you follow the Jonathan Watson and the Sports for You page. Make sure you are tuned in to Sports for You. They should be on later tonight, shortly after this. So I want to give a big shout out to Sports for You, Townhouse Media. Remember, Townhouse Media, Culture Clash Network. We are all partnered together now. CCN, DWE, Townhouse Media. I'm telling you, it is literally that's what it is.
Taking over
For the rest of eternity. And I want to say that we do have one more addition later down the line to CCN, and that person stays out in Arizona. So if you are watching from the Desert Colossus of Arizona, you will become part of the family. We will bring you on. I ain't gonna say your name, but you know who you are. If you are out there in Arizona, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying? Be part of the real collective. You know what I'm saying? Be part of the cultured collective. And that would be us.
Sure
shout out to all those wrestling podcasts out there. OTC just got here.
Hey OTC.
He said he got a tooth pulled out today. Oh shit. Hopefully it's good, man. Hopefully you're good.
Relaxing. That sounds painful.
Yo.
My nemesis is in the building. What's up, Cody?
Yo, shout out to Lou. Lou came through. Hold on. Here we go. Cheap shots don't define legends. Resilience does. In the ring and in life, truth and courage carve the path to greatness. Lena Dow, author Lena Dow, one of my favorite people to have in the chat. And she never misses.
You guys are paying attention. Me and Cody have our road to WrestleMania. We will be going blow to blow on the TL. So you guys, stay tuned for that.
I don't think blow to blow is a good. I don't think that's a. I don't. I think just maybe we will clash.
Probably, there you go.
Yeah, blow to blow coming from that's crazy. Like that's crazy. Wait, what?
And music.
This is my wife. I have no idea what she's referring to. Prepping DWE here. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, I gotta keep Nessa as we go along. Keep talking about Cody and Cena. I gotta send this.
Go back and forth.
I gotta send this out to the DWE chat because I promised I'd send.
No, that whole segment, from what I gathered, to summarize it, was pretty much them finally going at it. Instead of one talking, the other talking, and them not talking, it was literally them finally getting to kill each other on the mic. And the fact that Cody told Cena, at least I can't wrestle chants, and then London started chanting, you can't wrestle.
Now here's the thing with that. They kind of struggled to get that chant out because
they did. Like, I don't think they believed it.
Yeah, like they don't believe that shit no more.
Mm-mm.
Like they don't, like you can't say that to Cena anymore. You couldn't say it back then. I don't even know why people were saying that, because the fact of the matter is that he can wrestle. He's just not doing
what he used to do.
Right. He's not doing 450 splashes or
He's not
Go
doing
ahead.
all the technical moves like he used to. But even before then, he wasn't really doing those high flying moves like everyone expects him to do.
Yeah. He said Cody got first blood. I don't know, bro. I
I
had
feel like
Cena.
Cena took it,
Yeah, he took
but
it.
they definitely like it was like a struggle. Like he won, but it was like that.
Well, you have to understand that going up against John Cena, fine speech,
Mhm.
John Cena is not an easy feat.
No, it's not. And he, like I said, he held his own.
He held his own.
He held his own.
But in my opinion, a lot of the things that Cody Rhodes said can be applied to a few people on the roster who are veterans.
She said West Coast music.
Oh yeah, West Coast music is
Definitely.
definitely dope. But you know, I have my preference for music. It ain't always West Coast. What I want to say was what Cena said to Cody, a portion of it can apply to certain people. But I feel like during the promo when Cena was saying, well, all you have to do is just get over by having people sing you a song and chant, you know, your name in the song. I was like, was that a shot at Jey Uso too? Like,
Honestly, I took it more like Jay. I thought of Jay and Seth Rollins because those are, you know, he's like that. So
with Cody and Cena now, and we got to talk about the fact that you knew Cena was into it. The veins in his neck were like just he was off. This is the John Cena that we
were
wanted.
missing. Yes.
We missed this. We want this John Cena.
And the fact that he came for Cody's tat. His whole brand. I was like, Cody, just walk away. Just walk away, Cody.
I'm like, Cody, bro, you got to say something back that's gonna.
I think mic-wise, John took it, but then at the end, of course, Cody got one up on him when it got physical.
Yep. And the way that this back and forth went, it makes me feel like Cena's really gonna do it.
Yeah.
But
I think he is gonna take it.
But I'm gonna throw this out there. And if you are watching this, like I said, make sure you clip this. If you hold me to this standard, Cody Rhodes and John Cena are going to have a match at WrestleMania, but there's going to be another participant who's going to enter the match as well. I think that CM Punk is going to be involved in this match somehow because he told Paul Heyman on SmackDown, that's not the favor that I asked for.
See, and I'm thinking that the favor he asked for was for Paul to come back to him.
That's what I had said initially. But
he wants the main event both days?
I don't know. I just something in me feels like something weird is about to happen because this match with Cody and Cena, I feel like it's either going to be Cena's passing the torch to Cody or Cena gets the dub, or potentially Punk could be in the match via the favor from Paul Heyman. Now, that's very far-fetched. But we've seen some crazy shit happen in WWE.
We sure have.
Now,
I personally don't feel like Cody's leaving with the belt.
I don't think so either.
And I think that's going to be his heel turn.
But that's the best way to turn him heel. What if Cena does win? What if Cena does win? What does that say about Cody Rhodes? He has to, at that point, if he crashes out, it proves Cena right.
Yeah, that he's a nepo baby, that he really don't. But then, like, he's not doing nothing with the title. But Cody came back at him that he's the workhorse. He's, touring, doing all these, wrestling pretty much full time, and look what Cena's doing.
Right. So Tim said, I agree. I feel Punk's ego would want that, and if he had the chance, he would do it. But Cody's done being champ, I feel.
Oh,
now, here's my thing. Now that we're on this subject, Cody has done everything that Cena was doing when he, the WWE 24/7.
Mm-hmm.
Now WWE has a little bit of a lighter schedule than what they had before. So with sports medicine and Triple H obviously wanting to make sure that the wrestlers do get some rest during certain periods of time, like now this begs the question about the longevity of the wrestlers. I personally don't think John Cena's done.
No.
Personally. Now, I know he may say the last, but I think he has a couple more matches in him after this is over. Because he's killing it in Hollywood. But I feel that there is more to come for John Cena and Cody Rhodes. Now, let's take a little bit of a commercial break real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, Marks with Mikes just uploaded their interview with Cha Cha Charlie. So right after you are done watching this, make sure you go watch the Marks with Mikes page on YouTube and that interview with Cha Cha Charlie. Make sure you share it. We're going around. Paul is going to join Seth. I don't know about that one. Hold on. Modding said, y'all remember when Punk came back and Paul asked him to take him with him out of the bloodline? I think that's Punk's favor for him. Do the favor and you're out of the bloodline. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I also said that Paul Heyman could be pulled from Roman as the favor for Punk, or Punk could use an opportunity for Paul to negotiate Punk getting in as payback.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He got the WrestleMania main event, but he just may want a little bit more. Heyman will not benefit from siding with Punk, is what author Lena Dow said. To a degree, that is correct, but
I mean, he always said that's his guy.
Yeah.
But if, so even if he doesn't benefit from it, I feel like if he is gonna leave Roman, it would be for Punk.
It would be, I would say, I don't think Heyman's last client is going to be Roman Reigns. I foresee Paul Heyman working with either Braun Breaker or, and this is a shot in the dark because he worked with his father for a short bit of time. Let me cook on this.
Okay.
Lexis King. Paul Heyman, Lexis King. Let me explain. The loose cannon, his dad, the loose cannon, Brian Pillman, was fired from WCW. And he pulled a Steve Austin. It's funny because him and Steve Austin were in a tag team. And they both went to ECW at separate times. And then showed up in WWE. Brian Pillman went to ECW, cut the Constitution promo, and this is when a fan attacked him in the crowd and he pulled a fork out and stabbed him with a fork and ran off because the crowd didn't know what the fuck happened. Not too long after that, Pillman ends up in WWE. Paul Heyman has expressed wanting to work with the younger talent like the NXT. Make Paul a producer down there at NXT. Make him a writer down there. And if you can't, make him a manager for Lexus King. And if you can't do Lexus King, Braun Breaker.
I see the Braun Breaker. I feel like it gives you that Brock Lesnar when he was with Brock Lesnar vibe. Like that was the vibe that I would get with him.
Yo, shout out to the King, Hezekiah. Yo, I sent you the link to join if you're still coming. If not, no big deal. We got 106 live watchers right now. 107 keeps going up. We're only 20 minutes into the show. All right, so let's talk. Let's stay on Cena and Cody for a little bit more.
Okay.
So let me ask this before we move on to our next segment. What do you think is the end all be all for this feud right now?
I think continuing on before WrestleMania, I feel like Cena's gonna have to at least try to get one lick back from this past Monday, and if they don't, I feel like if they're gonna keep having Cody, like, what's that word? I guess keep getting one over him, that he's definitely winning at Mania.
I would like to see Dr. Thugonomics return, but because that's something people want, we're not going to get that.
Which is what everyone was thinking that he was going to do in the first place as he's turning heel.
If you want it, you're not going to get it. You're going to get what he gives you. And that's literally the end of the story right there.
I don't want Thugonomics. Damn.
Listen, man. As a battle rapper, if Cena goes out there and starts rapping, it's gonna make my night. Let's move on.
Keep cooking him though, so on the mic, that would be.
Yeah, he needs to keep doing. Yeah, like keep giving us this, but I don't. But Cena's not scheduled for any other appearances until like WrestleMania and then later down the line. So we'll see how this goes. Sorry, I had a train of thought. Chad Gable. Chad Gable. Hezekiah, the link is in your Twitter DM, bro. You know that's where I put it.
El Gran Americano.
Why are people offended by this?
I'm not offended.
Yeah, I'm about to say this would offend someone of your culture.
I honestly laughed. Because the fact that it was the ranchero music that he came out with, it made me laugh. I was like, this is really the route they're going, but I don't feel like they're being any kind of racist. I mean, for me, I don't know how anyone else feels. I don't feel like they're being racist. We all laughed here at the house. We thought it was.
Hold on. I was offended. Why were you offended? I would like to know your response. Make sure you type it. I think she already told me this not too long ago. But Miss Angel will say why while we're doing that.
I think it just depends on how you see it. I feel like they should have. I wanted to see more of his progress as becoming this luchador kind of thing. Like to see him train. And we had this discussion.
Yeah, I know, but I've had the discussion, but I remember saying to you, I'm like, hey, I can't tell you how to feel. You know what I'm saying? I cannot tell you what to feel or what to be mad about. So, like I said, if you're offended by that, I completely understand. But I personally, I don't know what to actually be offended by because that's cultural appropriation and misrepresentation, but that's a culture that I am not familiar with, so I can't tell.
I mean, but I don't feel like
Well, I feel like they've taken some of the political aspects out of wrestling.
Yeah, and some of the parts they do make fun of. They're making fun of it to make light of it.
Yeah, all cultures in wrestling get made fun of.
Yeah. So I honestly, us here at the house, we laughed. And I think it was more for me, it was the fact that the music that he came out. Because Yeah, I understand from the name because that's what they're trying to change it. Instead of the Gulf of Mexico, he wants to change it to the Gulf of America, which is why that's the name.
Right.
Of
Well, let's move on. Let's not get on this subject because I'm not trying to keep this shit on the show. We ain't here for that. Let's move on to something different.
I thought it was hilarious. And when he
like I said, I'm sure Chad Gable means nothing by it. He's just doing what's being told back there. But remember, some of the writers on WWE's team, they
I just thought he's sitting there. Oh, he seems like someone I would love to wrestle. Sure, sir, you're gonna wrestle yourself.
Yeah, of course. He had a sick note that tried to take it back. So it's like, oh my gosh.
He really pulled that. Doc, I have a doctor's note.
Moving on. Penta.
Yes.
Penta and Braun Breaker against Dominic Mysterio and Finn Balor. That was a pretty good match.
It was a good match.
I would have enjoyed it more had there not been so many fucking commercials.
I still am on this topic of why Netflix with WWE has commercials. I don't pay for commercials. So why am I getting commercials when I watch Raw? Why?
The whole purpose of
a lot of the offense, like
the whole thing is that we thought it was going to be commercial free going to Netflix because we're already paying extra for Netflix to not have commercials.
Exactly.
And then it seems like now there's more commercials on that when it was on Netflix than when it was on USA.
At least with USA, we still could watch the match. They would cut it. We just couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it's fucking annoying. I don't pay the top plan on Netflix
to have commercials.
For commercials. If that's the case, I'm just gonna bootleg the shit.
What did someone tell me to do? A VPN? Is that what it is?
I have my shit on a VPN. Oh, I might have it on a VPN. Somebody said a VPN, but I'm like, I don't know. We'll see about that one. I don't personally know how VPNs.
Yeah, see, I think it's only in the States because everyone out of the States. Oh wait.
Look who is here. Devin the Tribal Chief. My guy. All the way out there in Chicago. Hey, make sure you pay your bill with People's Gas. That's a joke only he and I get. So
back to being a pirate. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I mean, like, oh man, we gotta talk about because I didn't bring any games for today.
Mm-hmm.
But we gotta talk about the biggest fuck out of here moment that I've seen. What was your fuck out of here moment this week? And everybody in the comments, give me your biggest fuck out of here moment, like something that just annoyed the shit out of you. That basically made you say.
I'm not gonna lie, I am really irritated with the IC women's title. Like that one right now, I'm kind of like, what are you doing with it? I think that's where I'm at right now with that.
Oh, okay. So I don't want to repeat this shit, but I'm gonna have to because I got live view. I had live watchers. I've said this multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Io Sky and Lyra Valkyria should be competing for the IC championship at WrestleMania. There was no fucking need to add Io Sky to Rhea and Bianca.
Nope.
You WrestleMania 24'd this fucking match again.
It popped up in my head. The end of that woman's match, the whole point of it was, I felt like it was pointless. On top of what I was just talking about.
Talk about Rhea versus Io.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't see a lot of people. Now, let me explain. If Jey Uso was in a match like that and botched as much as Rhea did, y'all would be
hate we see on the TL right now
about Jey Uso. If Rhea would have did all the, I'm sorry, if Jay would have did all the shit that Rhea did, we'd be seeing infinite clips of that. Y'all pick and choose when to be mad about something. Yeah, y'all pick and choose, and we don't like it's that's weirdo shit to me, because a lot of y'all are acting as if you guys could actually go out there and do
what they do.
Do what they do, and you can't. That's why we don't go out there and put people down, because
ain't no way I can't any of that.
I could take the train, but even if you guys were trained for 10 years, you still couldn't do 10% of what they do.
Exactly.
So this is speaking to the people who always have an opinion about somebody and think they know better. You're no different than me. You're an armchair booker who sits there and enjoys something, and you criticize it as if your opinion actually matters. I have a podcast. I just like talking with people about wrestling, but I'm not out there saying, "Oh, this wrestler sucks," and blah 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 blah. That's
and
not
we
what
all
we
have
do.
Our wrestlers that we don't like. We all have, our opinions, whatever. But it's the way you put it out there.
Yeah, and it's like,
and attack them. Like, you're attacking them for what?
99% of the I won't say 99%. I won't even put a number on it. But like when it comes to the IWC, you always see these posts from people, and it's like, we don't even know what you look like, and there's probably a good reason behind that. And I'm
gonna say it again. Put a picture if you want to be a keyboard thug. Let us see. Come on up.
So we can judge how you look, since you want to judge how other people look. But that's not for me to do on this show.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the person in me, like, hey man, one wrong move and these wrestlers can die.
Yes.
All right, hold on, dude. 1 second. He said,
I just think that, like, the way they went at Jay for his, what was it?
Shit.
He went through the ropes when he botched his the move, was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was
talking about him and AJ Francis with their the same botch.
But oh my gosh!
Like, about all the botches that just happened in that match.
AJ Francis had a legitimate reason for why he botched. That had something to do with a health condition and something in his legs. Like,
but they still went in him, and they did it again because of Jay, because they were comparing it.
Yeah, it's like there's no comparison, and wrestlers mess up. Like it is what it is.
It's a live show.
It's a live show. You're gonna mess up. Listen, hey, I'm a live performer. I've done rap battles. I've done music. I've messed up live. Everybody messes up. Like, you guys are so. Have you ever done a job and fucked it up? We all have fucked it up. That's just what comes with the territory of being who you are. That comes with the territory of performing. We're doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
Getting back to the key point, we don't know exactly. Lyra Valkyria's Intercontinental Championship right now, it seems like it needs somebody of high caliber to go after it.
Yep.
And it should have been Io Sky, because Lyra has already beaten Io Sky before in the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Yes. And I think the mix of them throwing Io in between Rhea and Bianca is really washing her out. And it's showing. Look at how they're treating her like the little stepsister.
Yeah, I mean,
in the middle.
That basically means that they're underestimating her and she's going to eventually win.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if Asuka comes back in time to help her, or if she, which I assume that's the way it's going to be, it's going to suck because Bianca's streak is going to be over, and with that, now it's like, this is how we're doing it. Like, we could have had the Rhea Bianca dream match You didn't have to take the title off Rhea. Rhea could have just beat Io Sky, but now there's just... Oh, and we need to address something. Remember, I am a super, super big fan of Bianca Belair.
Mm-hmm.
I am a fan of Rhea Ripley.
Mm-hmm.
I am a fan of Io Sky.
Yes.
This should not main event WrestleMania Night 1. There is no reason why this should main event over CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins.
That one, I think I was talking about this with Angel the other day. The fact that people are wanting, yes, I get it as a female. Of course, I want to see a female main event, But if you think about it at a standpoint of business and for what we want to watch, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns are a bigger draw. And we have more of a story build-up for it. We don't have no build-up for Io, Rhea, and Bianca. It literally just got thrown at us. And there's nothing there. There's this years of build-up for Roman, CM Punk, and Seth.
Do my eyes deceive me?
No, he got the link. He is.
No, I sent it, but he's driving.
This is.
Oh my gosh. No, this is irritating because I'm thinking this motherfucker is home.
No.
He's driving.
He said half the time he's in his truck.
It is not worth getting on this podcast, risking your life to give an opinion that we probably will agree with. He's talking and I haven't even brought him on yet.
You better put him up.
I got to put him on because his life is in danger. He keeps looking over. You're driving a fucking truck. You shouldn't be on a podcast.
Look at you're cracking him up over there.
What do you want, bro? Was this show this important? You had to risk your life on the job?
First off, hello everybody. Nice to see you. Second off, I have a phone stand, so I don't have to look at you while talking while I focus on the road. It's called multitasking.
I understand that it's called multitasking, but
yes.
I gotta talk to him like an anime character.
Matter of fact, there's something else. You didn't send me the link until just now when you said you was going to send it to me, and all I got was like a different link revolving. I think his name is The Problem that he addresses himself as.
Oh,
that was for the interview.
A couple days ago.
It is completely obvious that there was an error in judgment that has been made, but
this motherfucking year, bro.
But due to circumstances way beyond my control, it seems that you have jeopardized your life and jeopardized your opinion to be on the show. But I will say this. Welcome to the Humble Roses podcast.
Thank you. I appreciate the welcome.
This is King Hezekiah Walker, voice actor, model for Just for Men.
I feel like I'm being attacked.
No, hey, listen, you got a better looking bald head than me. Pause. But the fact of the matter is that, hey, I'm giving you a compliment. It's weird, but hey, it's a compliment. I would not make fun of you personally.
All I use is vitamin E oil. I'm sorry. You're done. I'm sorry. He's so bad. He's so mad.
My daughter's dropping by to say hello. Why are you driving and being on a podcast? Like I feel like I'm putting your life at risk by asking you questions.
Honestly, you're not. This is actually making the drive a lot more entertaining because, for one, I've been driving for what time is it? So I have been driving for over 5 hours now, and I've had nothing to do and no one to talk to. So this is like a glorified phone call.
Where are you going?
I'm actually heading up to Utah right now. I'm about 200 more miles left. So it's actually not that much left.
Utah? Where were you coming from?
I was coming from California, off of Barstow.
Oh.
Do you live in California?
Yes, I do. The load just happened to be in California. I was up north in California, but because the 80 was closed, I had to drive all the way down on the 5 and then take the 58 to go up on the 15 to go back up to Nevada. And now I'm heading into Utah.
Okay.
Because the freeway on the 80, it was closed because of snow.
Okay. Hold on, let me turn this volume down because the static from your phone is piercing my ears. Okay, there we go. All right, weigh in on this. Where'd you go?
Sir, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, weigh in on this John Cena thing.
I'm still here. Oh, yeah. I loved every minute of it. I'm so glad that John Cena actually came out and talked to Cody Rhodes and not just to the people. Because for the past couple of weeks, he's been trying to avoid that entirely. And everything that John Cena said regarding Cody Rhodes is absolutely true. The way he peeled him back, saying you have the fancy songs and the catchy tunes, and you're just a dude in a suit, and you have all the potential, but you're doing it in a way where you're just trying to make everyone else happy around you, and no one really knows who you are. Like, if you really think about it, like, Cody Rhodes as a character, not as a person. I don't know him as a character, but as a character, Cody Rhodes is low-key a politician.
Yes.
He comes in with 3-piece, waving at everyone, kissing babies, wearing everything that he wears has something to do with America. This man is, like, even, like, he calls himself the American Nightmare. I know it's a nod towards his father, rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes. But it's all like he fits the mold of a humble politician, and we don't actually know who Cody Rhodes is as a person.
Man, listen.
That was a nice play.
Yeah. And something that I've noticed throughout this year regarding Cody Rhodes' development is everyone is saying the same thing about him. That, like, everyone is saying that he's not authentic. He's not showing everyone who he really is.
Done.
And also, he's been losing friends along the way because of the title. And you think it's all going to come crashing down, but everything that John Cena's been saying about Cody is true. And also, it's true that Cody was low-key protected with this promo because if you notice, Cody had to use profanity and go underhanded in order to get the crowd's reactions. Meanwhile, John Cena was just spitting facts. If you think about it, Cody Rhodes had to say dick just to get a reaction. He had to use shit to get a reaction. John Cena didn't use any of that. He just dogged him. He just cooked him, baked until golden brown. Deep fried his ass.
Yeah.
And it was. But I am very happy that they finally did something. It should have happened like last week because there's only like 2 more weeks to WrestleMania. So
that's what I said.
Like the hype is nowhere near. Like if you compare this year to last year, the hype is nowhere near the same. Last year was much more exciting.
I think the physicality too. Like they did talking and physicality together last year, and this year, like it was one person talking, then they finally talk and get physical, and then what? What's next?
Right. Because like around the same time last year, when The Rock came back, bro was beating the shit out of Cody Rhodes and putting his blood on a weight belt. Like this is a completely different change in tone. Like it was much more aggressive. The stakes seemed much higher, and everyone was talking about it. Even people who don't care that much about wrestling were so invested in last year. And this year, it's not the same. Like wrestling fans are invested because we're like, yes, John Cena's finally he's finally having character development, and he's going to beat the piss out of Cody Rhodes, which I hope he does win at Mania. I'll say that now. I hope John Cena wins at Mania because he's not supposed to, because he's the veteran who's stepping away. And usually the veterans, when they reach this stage, they start losing a lot more. They start giving more victories towards the younger talent. But I want Cena to get that 17. Fuck it. Let him have it. Let him have that belt, man.
I'd argue that WrestleMania 41's build is on par with last year. And let me explain why. Because now we have multiple different things to look forward to. Because beforehand, one of the only things people were looking forward to was Cody and Roman. And then maybe Jimmy and Jay before, obviously, what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, CM Punk is back in WWE. Okay. That's number one. Number two, this will be CM Punk's first WrestleMania that he's competed in since WrestleMania 29. So literally 12 years have gone by before CM Punk has competed at a WrestleMania.
I still had him back then.
Right. Yeah, me too. We're getting a match that involves Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair and Io Sky. And with what they had going on last year, they all performed to the highest of their ability. And this triple threat looks a lot better than Asuka, Charlotte, and Bianca at SummerSlam 2023. Not only that, we have the rise of main event Jey Uso going up against an extremely destructive, which we'll talk about next, monster in Gunther. And Gunther's build going into WrestleMania is way more powerful than it was last year. Not only that, we have another thing that we were going to talk about. Obviously, John Cena turned heel. And when was the last WrestleMania that we had a heel John Cena, a face Roman Reigns, and CM Punk all in the same WrestleMania? That never happened. We have a heel Cena that joined The Rock going into WrestleMania. And we still have other matches to look forward to.
But I think he was talking more about just Cena and Cody. Like the build-up for The Rock and Cody was more... I guess the build-up was more.
The build-up was more red hot, I would say.
You don't think that the build-up between Cena and Cody is not red hot?
I feel like
not as hot as The Rock coming back, going on a tangent, going all around the country, and hyping up the match, beating up Cody Rhodes in one of the most cinematic yet hilarious beatdowns we've seen in a long time. Because only in wrestling can you get away with beating someone up till they're bloody, pulling out a random weight belt that says Mama Rhodes on it, and putting blood on it, and it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. But I would argue that that's fine. But during the time that was all spread out last year, that was spread out. And that gave us time to build up into it. We're now almost two weeks away from WrestleMania.
Yep.
And in that time frame, we've gotten a farewell tour that turned into the biggest heel turn the company has seen. And I'd argue that that's just as powerful, because now the guy that we loved, the guy that we rooted for, is now a guy we're booing out of the building. We got a heel turn in the middle of WrestleMania season, much like how The Rock was. But the thing with The Rock is, with Cena, he's not beating the shit out of Cody physically. He's doing it on the microphone. And he's attacking the children. He's attacking the children. He's attacking the fans. With The Rock, he would make fun of the fans, but you still knew that The Rock still had some face qualities in him. With John Cena, there is none of that there. That shit is dead and gone.
He said
and I feel like the build up to this WrestleMania could have been better had they not overbooked certain things. We have to leave out. We can't leave out the fact that I don't know if Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre is something to look forward to. I don't know if Finn Balor and Dominic are finally going to implode and have a match at WrestleMania. Because it's pretty much. Yeah, they've been hammering that out for a while. And another thing that we got to.
That's been dragged out. That was like, they've been hinting at that since like the beginning of the year, I want to say. Yeah. Where Judgment Day was having problems. And then they're like doing the passive aggressive, you know, oh, hey, I'm smiling in your face, but I'm also calling you an overgrown piece of shit because you couldn't win this one match. And then I'm going to say, oh, I'll win my match. And then cut to Finn Balor, also proceeding to get his shit mixed by Braun Breaker. And it's like, well, you also lost. So what now? And then Finn Balor gets like 13 and a half chances to try and get the IC title. Fails again. Somehow blames Dominic. And Dom is just like, he's acting even more like a puppy dog than usual. I've noticed, like, don't get me wrong, he has those moments where he's like, I'm a puppy dog for Liv, and, you know, I can still do shit, but at least these past couple of weeks, he's just been like, he's just following people. He's not taking the initiative like how he was before. And now it's starting to seem like it's leading up at WrestleMania that Liv Morgan is going to pull the trigger on Finn instead of Dominic pulling the trigger on Finn.
Speaking of which, what is Liv Morgan doing for WrestleMania? Because we don't know exactly. I mean, Lyra Valkyria's Intercontinental title is right there. You could just go after that and bring some gold to the Judgment Day.
She did tell Raquel we got to talk about Lyra.
Well, I thought they were the women's tag champions.
They are.
They are, but Lyra Valkyria needs something to do because you had Io Sky right there, and now you've thrown her in with Rhea and Bianca, and unless Becky comes back, which I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon, that leaves. Yeah, and here's my thing with that: nobody is invested in that. Not a single person. Not because Bayley is doing anything wrong, and not because shut the fuck up. we know what kind of
man. After she lost her, cared. I'm sorry, bro. Like,
listen.
After Lara came in with the wings and they tried to do the woo thing, but that's also Charlotte's thing. And no one told the crowd to do the woo. So when she came in, everyone was just like listening to the music and just not knowing what to do. And Pat McAfee is like trying to low-key hit at people who are watching because he's doing like baby woos, but they're not working at all. Like, she's a fantastic in-ring competitor, but she has the charisma of 3-day-old cookies. Like, it's not landing. It's not working. I'm sorry. She's got to do something for her character to get people motivated again. And
ladies and gentlemen, the views expressed by King Hezekiah do not match that of the Humble Roses podcast. They are not represented. So any derogatory insults that he may throw or backhanded compliments, just know that those are his thoughts and his thoughts only.
Oh, come on, dog. How you gonna do that to me, bro? You know.
You are a guest on the show and you have free speech.
So you don't agree?
I did not say I agree nor disagree. The views expressed by you do not match that of the Humble Roses podcast. We are all about making sure we uplift people and not tearing them down. But you are free.
So he's saying I can't cook her. Okay.
Uh,
I will this thing.
unless it's Ridge Holland,
I
unless
appreciate
it's,
her ability. I feel that if she had more time to gain charisma, she will become a bigger benefit to the company and a bigger attraction to the fans.
Way to switch that up professionally.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
so
And by no means do I say that in negative context. By no means am I saying that I want her to stop wrestling or any means like that. I wish every single competitor that steps in between those ropes, I wish them the best. I sometimes may have some jaded opinions because I'm a goofy dude and I like to say stuff that's a little spicy. But at the end of the day, they are all competitors. They are all human beings who have all chosen to chase their dreams, and I wish them all nothing but the best. And I wish them that they all return home safely every day.
Beautifully put.
but you're still free to express your. I just want to let you know that we can't agree. We can't agree or disagree with people like, hey, this motherfucker sucks.
I didn't say all that.
I can humbly tell you that I agree to disagree, sir.
You're like I said, your words are your own. We just have a podcast and people are free to express. Anyway, let's talk about my biggest fuck out of here moment of the week. So
Wait,
while we're
all right.
yes, we all have a fuck out of here moment of the week.
All
And
right.
then we don't have much time. We got to keep the show going because I'm running on a schedule. My biggest fuck out of here moment of the week was the price of the Nintendo Switch 2, in which they released the price of the console, which the price of the console is $450. No problem.
Jesus.
No problem with that. Because it's an upgraded version of the Switch. Hold on. If you want to buy a digital game from Nintendo, digital games are $80. Physical copies of Nintendo Switch 2 games are $90. I'm going to say that one more time. Physical copies.
Wait, no. You can't just.
What?
Physical copies.
And I've heard you. I was literally right there with this conversation
Or-
earlier. Still not.
For a physical copy.
Physical copies of Nintendo Switch 2 games are $90. That means when GTA 6 comes out, it's going to be like paying for a fucking car note. Because Rockstar is going to see what Nintendo just did, and they're going to go,
Okay, but here's the real question. Can GTA 6 even play on the Switch 2? Because we all know that when it comes to the, the specs and the meat and potatoes of these consoles, that Nintendo is notorious for having the weaker systems.
JT.
Shout out to JT. Yeah, I caught that. Yeah, no, I listen, Nintendo, to the executives, if I see you in the streets, there's only one thing you need to do.
Run.
Because you got me all the way fucked up. If you think I'm about to spend $400, I got to spend $504. Hold on.
You got to spend $520 for a digital version of Mario Kart along with the Switch.
Why is the digital version almost as expensive as a hard copy?
Because it's Nintendo being greedy. I don't understand how we are in a broken and busted economy where people are having to rob Peter to pay Paul, and you guys are going to price gouge your shitty games.
Yeah.
Sorry. We don't bury wrestlers, but as far as game companies go, that's free fucking game for me.
You just said they were shitty.
Yeah, you can keep your shitty fucking games, Nintendo. I got PlayStation. Until PlayStation does some shit like that, Nintendo, you can go fuck yourself. You got me all the way fucked up if you think I'm about to spend motherfucking $90 and then an additional $450 to play Metroid Prime 4 and the fucking game ain't even halfway done and the artwork looks like cel-shaded Pixar mixed with Mario Paint. Get the entire fuck out of here with that bullshit. The fuck out of here with that. I ain't
And
paying
not even that.
$400.
That's if you want multiple games.
I ain't paying $90 for a turn-based Pokemon game that it's copy and paste from what you did from the Switch.
Which was a copy and paste from everything up until the Game Boy, because Pokemon has literally never changed its formula.
It's like Call of Duty with the same 25-year net code. It's the same net code from 25 years ago. Those characters still move the same. They still run like stick figures with a turd stuck in their ass crack. They still run like that.
Sir.
No, this is bullshit. I got a step grandson that if he sees the Switch 2, he's gonna be like, oh, I want that. No, you can't have it. No.
Just get the Switch and have him play Smash Ultimate.
He has a Switch. He has it, but you know how kids are. They see the Switch 2 or listen, man. Basically, Nintendo Switch 2, $450.
Exactly, no pop.
Digital games, $80.
Exactly, no pop.
Physical copies, $90.
Come on, man, that's garbage.
This man has a lot of background footage. He has his shit on reserve.
Oh,
Get that shit.
Him and JT.
Matter of fact, Nintendo execs.
They gonna catch it. They can catch it.
Walking down the street in Japan just to get sworn by a whole bunch of kids.
You know goddamn well those people in Japan can't afford that shit. I mean, they probably could, but it's probably cheaper out there. So I gotta fly to fucking Japan and buy that shit and fly back. Yo, if you are stationed in Japan for any reason, or if you live out there, yo, cop me a Switch 2, and you will be handsomely rewarded.
He will give you a high five and a bag of air of congratulations.
Let's move on. That's absolute bullshit. What isn't bullshit is, and we're all over the place here.
Hold on. Just before we completely leave dumping on the Switch, they basically made a wannabe Bloodborne 2 on the Switch 2, and it's a Switch 2 exclusive. Where the fuck has Sony been with Bloodborne 2 actually, though? We've been waiting since 1776 for Sony to come out with a Bloodborne 2. What the hell, man?
So
I don't know, but yeah.
He's basically been saying we've been waiting since the Constitution was first signed. That we.
Founding fathers were founded for Sony to make Bloodborne 2, and instead the Switch gets it. Well, a multiplayer version of it, but you know it looks like it. Shit.
By the time we get Bloodborne, is right when Ridge Holland will become world heavyweight champion. All right, moving on to the next thing.
Never.
Oh,
Never.
Oh, brother. Oh, brother. That is not happening at all.
Heartburn.
I don't like that statement from you.
Listen, I got you got a better chance getting me to cheer for fucking Jackson Riker at this point, and he ain't in the company no more.
Oh, wow. I almost forgot that person existed.
Yeah, no.
Exactly.
That's somebody who will never be on this show. Jackson Riker. I don't give a fuck what he does. He will never be on this show.
You know
he doesn't know.
You know who needs to be on the show and on WWE right now? Karrion Kross. I ain't seen him have a match in the longest. And he's great. at least when it comes to his character. He's great when it comes to talking shit to people and convincing them to do ulterior things. But I haven't seen him have a match in a long time.
Where is Karrion Kross?
Last time I saw him outside bringing Sami Zayn's ear, he was at that event for Chris Bay. And side note, I'm so happy that Chris Bay is able to walk again. I'm glad he's recovered.
He's doing house shows.
On behalf of everyone on the Humble Roses podcast, even though I'm a guest, we all wish Chris Bay the swiftest and safest recovery, and we got nothing but love for Bay.
Love you, Chris.
I would also do a gesture, but I'm driving and that's not safe.
Let's move on a little bit. Let's talk a little bit about, because I don't want to highlight too much because we don't really have a lot of time.
That's my fault.
Athena and Mercedes Moné. You know, AEW Dynasty is you know, like, AEW is doing it right with this match. We needed this for a long. We got two dominant champions in the one from Ring of Honor, one from AEW, and Athena and Mercedes Moné. Oh my God. Please, I need a Iron Woman match for all the marbles between these two women. Now,
it's an Iron match?
No, I'm saying
No,
I would like to see one.
Okay.
There is when we talk. This is Mercedes and Athena we're talking about, and please
go on.
give me a best of 7 series of this. I need more than one match. I need more than 5 matches with these women. This will be great wrestling overall. Not only that, what we have going into this is Mercedes and Athena both are having dominant runs as champions, especially since Athena is the longest reigning champion in Ring of Honor. Mercedes Moné, Matt Cardona, Kenny Omega, belt collector, Thanos Infinity Gauntlet run with her championship.
She's collecting the Infinity Stones. That's perfect.
Infinity belts.
This should main event the next AEW pay-per-view. And it better. And right after that, I need Thunder Rosa back. I need Thunder Rosa right away because she needs to get in on all of this. I need either Thunder Rosa versus Toni Storm. I need either Thunder Rosa versus Mercedes Moné. I need Thunder Rosa versus Queen Aminata. Give Thunder Rosa.
Wait, didn't Queen Aminata? I could have sworn I heard that she got injured or something. I could be incorrect, but I thought I saw a post.
Right, but I'm saying when they are both healthy, I need matches between them because AEW's women's division is so massively underrated when we're talking about wrestling ability. Just the pure between WWE and AEW. AEW's women's division has more pure wrestling. It has way more. That's not a. It's just not a. It's not an argument. This is exactly what it is. And the fact of the matter is that with AEW and with Stardom and with TNA, the women's wrestling it's peaked at this point. Even with New Japan, it's peaked. With WoW, it's peaked. It is peaked to a degree where now we don't have to go to one company for quality women's wrestling. We have so many.
Very true.
We have so many stars. And now that Tony is back on top, Mariah May still in the shuffle. I got a soft spot for Chris Statlander. It is what it is. You gotta, But even like Megan Bain, with her, there's something there. There is something there. And I think once she gets more work under her belt, she's going to be a force, because the presentation for Megan Bain is top notch, in my opinion, my personal opinion. Athena and Mercedes Moné needs to be a best of what?
I was going to say, one thing I've noticed with AEW is that they're finally booking more things for women to do.
Yes.
They're finally letting them do things. Like, I want to say, like, what, 3 months ago, it was like maybe one segment of the women, like, just talking in the background, doing nothing. And now it's like Tony Khan's return, where he's taking a more prominent seat in the booking. And now you're seeing stuff like, I don't know if it happened like last week or 2 weeks ago, where Tony Storm, she was talking, and the camera work marvelous on this. It was centered, camera wasn't moving, and she's walking into the scene, and she's doing her smack talk just to get booted off screen by Penelope Ford. And then Penelope Ford looks at the camera with like this evil grin, and it's like, this is perfect. Like, we're actually, so the Thunder thing, the Thunder Rolls and Tony Storm as a tag team, and then as you mentioned before, Megan Vine being booked like a motherfucking monstrosity out here, just throwing these women to the wayside, just bodying everybody. It's like it's great. And finally, after I don't know how many days, Athena is finally back on AEW TV, because I don't know why Ring of Honor's not on TV, because she's been champion for so long. Now everyone's going to get reintroduced to Athena's wrestling ability and why she's been champion for so long. And she's going to have a fantastic match with Mercedes. The women's division is cooking right now. Yes. It's cooking. I'm so happy for them. It's a good time.
Well, not only are you in the driver's seat, got another driver that is going to be assisting us. What's going on, Kev?
What up, everybody? How's it going?
Hey, how you doing, man? Sorry, we already talked about Cena and Cody.
That's fine. I heard you guys cooking on the AEW tip, man. The women's division is on fire. Thank God for Athena's back. They put her on TV.
Let's talk about some controversy. Go ahead. What'd you say, King?
Oh, I said the minions are happy. That's what she calls her fans, minions.
There we go.
Speaking of AEW, obviously everybody knows about what happened. Swerve Strickland went on Vlad TV, and he said a lot of controversial things. With that, basically gaining responses from AJ Francis and Booker T. Here's my thing. I'm going to be the one who's going to speak on this, and I don't want nobody to weigh in on this, because this is something that I'm going to put myself front and center for as the host of the show. Isaiah, Swerve, whatever the fuck you. The fact of the matter is that we know that Vlad TV is a culture vulture. Vladislav is a culture vulture. And the fact is that the time and time again, you have put down black wrestling podcasts and content creators. And then of all people to go on a show and speak your piece, you choose a culture vulture who was in the hip hop community and is the reason, and his content is the reason for not only the gentrification of hip hop, allowing the incarceration, the mass incarceration, that it contributes to the mass incarceration of a lot of artists or people or black celebrities who do participate on Vlad TV, and you do get them to basically, you interrogate them. Vlad TV is the fucking feds. Okay? Vlad TV has been the feds, and Vlad TV is an incredible podcast, not a credible show, in my opinion, because you talk down on a lot of black icons. Speaking of which, Marlon Wayans. You are in no position to speak on Marlon Wayans or the legendary Wayans family at any point. If Marlon charged you $40,000, your ass better pay $40,000. And if you can't afford it, it's because you don't deserve them. And Swerve going on there and allowing Vlad to exploit him and pit him against Booker T, a icon in wrestling, a black icon in wrestling. You're a fool. I don't agree with a lot of things Booker T says, but Swerve, you're a fucking fool. And I'm going to say this. I don't really care because it's not. AJ Francis already confronted you. And he said, are we good? You said, yeah. And then you go and say that about him. Or you hinted at it. Booker T confronted you. And you didn't have the same energy. You Stephen A. Smithed yourself. You potentially are known as a guy who only wants to use his blackness when it benefits his agenda. Swerve Strickland, in my opinion, is a racist white guy who died and was reincarnated as a black dude and is trying to cosplay and attempt to role play as a black person being pro-black for something that he is not in support of. Black wrestling podcasts, you put them down. You put down black podcasts that put you on a pedestal for black wrestlers. But then you turned around and wanted to mention what part of your blackness made history with Ricochet. It was a number one contenders match, dude. There was no title on the line. Swerve will never, in my opinion, amount to anything other than a guy who made a name for himself and broke out, but eventually he does himself more harm than good. And that's how I feel about Swerve Strickland. Hope he makes all the money in the world, but in my opinion, he's a fucking coon. That's how I feel about it. Let's move on. Shout out to JT. Moving on. He got a new song out too. I seen it on Instagram today. Fuck his song.
Stacy is off. God,
Swerve is definitely in the Rich Holland category. Especially since
that was nothing humble about that shit.
No. When it comes to that, like if we are black, minus her obviously, but if we are black content creators, this is a black owned show. Okay. If we're putting you on a pedestal and trying to give you credit, don't put us down for putting you on a list. Not us, but black podcasts who do this.
Yeah.
Swerve Strickland is a bitch. That's what I think of him. He doesn't have an ounce of man in his body.
Mm-hmm.
I don't respect this guy because of how two-faced he is. He is Steven from Django. That's exactly what he is. Hell of a talent.
He knows when
hell of a talent. Hell of a talent.
Mm-hmm.
Hell of a wrestling ability. But as a person, you're seeing his true colors. This guy is a piece of shit. And he will backstab anybody he can to make himself look sympathetic. Swerve Strickland is pathetic, in my opinion, for doing that. Especially since, and AJ Francis was, how are you in a group and none of the group members talk to you anymore? I don't think AJ Francis would lie about something like that. He even showed Adrian on his show the text messages.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who's lying like that wouldn't just pull his phone out of thin air on a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I obviously don't care if he knows who I'm nobody, I don't give a fuck. But it's the fact is, at the end of the day, I got enough integrity that if somebody highlights me and is a smaller platform than what I'm on, I'm going to take that acknowledgement and be grateful.
Thankful.
All right.
Because we could have not included you at all.
Mm-hmm.
Stop, man. He only wants to be black when it benefits him.
That's what I'm saying. He knows how to play his role.
I don't like culture vultures. I hate that shit.
If it was up to Swerve, he'd bleach himself white and move to England. Anyway, let's move on. Yo, speaking of that.
Let's go back to London.
If you guys
Let's go
want to support,
back to London.
he does have a website and he does do canned food drives for the needy. So if you want more information on that, go to his Twitter. Ask him about it. He does it every year. He's been doing it for like almost a decade at this point. Everyone likes to dunk on AJ Francis because he messed up one time jumping over the top rope, but no one wants to give him credit for the fact that he's actually giving back to people. This doesn't have to be a Rumble Rose thing. Humble Roses. Excuse me. This is me saying it. I respect AJ Francis for what he does for his community. I respect AJ Francis for BFAB because he stood up for her. And AJ Francis, I got numbers, so I'm a fan of him forever because he does a lot more than people give him credit for. And to be honest, he's not doing this for the money. He was a millionaire at 25. He's doing this for the love of the game. He's in TNA and HOG and everywhere he goes, he's doing it because he likes wrestling. He's doing it because he loves the game. It's not like other people who try to use it as an opportunity to go into Hollywood or try to be famous. He just loves wrestling. So I'll always have respect for AJ Francis on that. Please go to his Twitter. Please support his food drive so we can all help the needy. Because no matter where you come from, no matter what company you like, AEW, WWE, kindness is free. You don't have to be a culture vulture to help out the homeless.
Back.
And no matter what race you are, it's easy to not be a dick when you're helping homeless people.
Speaking of that, AJ Francis is making TNA a lot of money. He's obviously helping boost what TNA has going on. And you know what I'm saying? When it comes to TNA right now, they are in a great spot. I know they're going through a lot of changes. And we with the absence I won't say the absence, but with the exit of Gail Kim and a few other producers as well, it's hard to not say, if you put like made a Mount Rushmore of TNA as far as the women's division, you got to probably put Gail Kim up there twice.
Oh yeah,
that's my opinion. You got to put Gail Kim up there. You got to put Awesome Kong up there. That is
Awesome Kong.
We got to have her on the we got to have her on the show. I reached out to have her on the show, didn't hear back from her, but that's probably because we don't really have the subscribers that we need right now. Subscribe to the Humble Roasters podcast.
Please.
Subscribe to that YouTube channel.
Click, like, comment, share links.
Tell your friends about the show.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Howard, you ain't subscribed yet. What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
It's free. Subscribe. Comment. Show the Humble Roses the Humble Roses. Give them the love they deserve. If y'all don't subscribe, call your mama. That's right.
Yo, mama.
You gotta subscribe. Show these people some love.
Well, let's move on. So let's talk about the fact that showing some love. Let's show some love to our new, and I mean new, NXT North American champion, Ricky Saints.
Go marching in.
Yes, sir.
So,
marching in.
Can I say,
go for it, Kev.
So is it okay to say that a billionaire's kid kind of fumbled that, or no?
I'm not saying that there's a guy named Tony that works at a different company whose last name is not Shivani. He may or may not have proceeded to let his fingers get oily and proceed to absolutely drop the ball on the man known as Ricky Saints.
A little bit of Butterfingers.
Did he fumble the same way the Jacksonville Jaguars fumbled in the 2018 playoffs against the Patriots?
Ooh.
Why you gotta bring up old shit?
That's what he does. The encyclopedia.
Speaking of more fumbles, at least I feel like this is a fumble.
Ricky!
Yeah, Ricky Saints, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Also, side note, it has been confirmed that now every day will now be Rusev Day because Rusev got signed too. He's back in WWE. I'm very happy about that.
Rusev Day!
Every day is Rusev Day, but back to Ricky Saints.
So before we get to Ricky Saints, I just want to put this out here. Along with the many bad decisions that Vince McMahon made, one of the top 10 was not putting the United States Championship on Rusev at WrestleMania 34. Ladies and gentlemen, you can go back and watch that Fatal 4-Way, and I guarantee you that there was... you want to talk about being over? Rusev was massively over that night, and that is when they should have pulled the trigger on Rusev, but instead they pulled the trigger on Jinder Mahal.
Gender.
Someone is hindering gender.
It's because Rusev had more hype, the crowd behind him, like it was completely.
I'm not hindering Jinder because here's the thing. I did not mind Jinder beating Randy Orton in Backlash 2017. I did not mind it. I'm like, I'm cool with that.
Okay.
Because you know what? Jinder busted his ass. He deserved something. And he had that look. He had the look.
Yeah, the look. Yeah.
And that's where I'm going to leave it at. I'm not going to say anything else. He had the look. His promos were much better. Didn't mind it. But I will say this, and I will allude to something later on in the show in the next 15 minutes. Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes.
Oh, shit. He's setting a Siri timer. Oh, hell.
There we go.
So, Ricky Saints as NXT North American Champion is exactly what NXT needs. And even more shockingly, Roxanne Perez took a L. Was not expecting that. And I know Roxanne's your girl.
That's
so I know Roxanne's your girl, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think Roxanne should not be in NXT anymore.
I've been saying this though. The point was she lost the title. She's supposed to be pushed up into the main roster, which is what they were doing. That's why she was at Rumble. That's why she was in Chamber. There's this feud between her and Bayley. Where'd it go?
I don't know. Because
I thought
now...
we were going to get that at Mania. That was
so
you know
Lyra... go for it.
Are we going to have go for the IC title?
Ooh.
That to get that some kind of build for the IC title, because Bayley is going to go is she's going to try to intervene with that. I just want to know where the story went with Roxanne and Bayley and that build for her to be on the main roster. Why is she still on NXT? What's the purpose of it?
I think the reason why that happened is because this is just speculation. I think that because Becky didn't confirm she was coming back, they just switched it over to Bayley, and it just saved their entire story.
Yeah.
That's my guess.
Ricky Saints rises
was it versus Becky, and Becky ain't here. So it's like, what do we do now? You got to have something for WrestleMania for the title. I would rather see Roxanne versus Tyra Valkyrie myself. I think that'd be a fantastic match. But I don't know. I'm not looking. That's not me. I'm just a dude who talks crap about it and laughs about it from time to time.
Ricky Saints rises to claim the North American Championship, proving that every Saint has their moment to shine. Pretty Ricky, what they call him.
Ricky.
NXT is probably the blackest wrestling show of all time. Well, second to Oscar.
Exactly. That is so sad, but it's so true.
So she's just a high school senior 3 years over?
Stop roaming the halls and get to college.
Like, leave.
Yeah, I mean, this is and Greg, you're right. This is how Ricky Starks should be presented. Saints should be presented, because AEW had the opportunity and they never pulled the trigger. Now, since you don't want to do it, guess who's going to do it? Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't you have this with Cody Rhodes?
Yeah. Remember that guy?
Didn't you have this with Jade Cargill? Matter of fact,
I remember that lady.
Champion for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
What about because she had the secondary championship and you just kept her there? I don't feel like she learned anything while she was in AEW. I don't feel like I just feel like they just showcased her and didn't put her in any high profile feuds. How is she going to learn if you don't put her in high profile feuds?
I will say, in defense of Cody Rhodes, that one might not have been Tony's fault. That might have been Cody's fault because of the stipulation where he said if he loses, he's never going for the AEW World title ever again. And it was like super early into AEW. It's like, where do you from here? You just stunted your own momentum. So I won't entirely blame Tony Khan for that one, but he's doing a lot better with WWE. I'm just saying, he's been the main champion for almost a whole year straight. I'm just saying.
Yo, first off, shout out to Townhouse Media, CCN, DWE. Yo,
you already know. Gang,
know what time it is. We ready, man.
Gang.
I'm throwing up a set that I don't even rep.
Wow. I didn't see because I was driving. What you doing over there? Hey, yo.
He's throwing up those gang signs that'll get him flagged in the NFL.
If you from West Akron, you know what this is. You know what I'm throwing up.
He's saying I love you.
I hope so.
I hope so. I hope that he's throwing that. I hope he loves you.
It's not a gang sign. It's a location. And y'all know what I'm throwing up. If you from West Akron, you know what this is.
He's doing it in his face, and I'm like,
I'm like this. I keep saying
7714 all day. 7714 all day. Those from West Akron know what I'm talking about. Yo, getting back to it, so with Ricky Saints now, man, listen. Man, start throwing the former champions at him. You know what I'm saying? Start throwing the Tony D'Angelo's at him. Yo, I'd even be happy if like Carmelo Hayes just went down to NXT for
that
a
would
little
give
bit.
him something to do.
That gives him something to do.
Something to do. Yeah.
Because right now, like everything Carmelo's doing right now, it's like once you come from NXT, it's a fresh start, and they've stripped everything that made Carmelo special. And
he is not him no more.
I just don't want to touch it. Sean just knows how to get over his black talent, but I'll just say that.
Yeah, we can kind of agree. been a decrease on the main roster in terms of black male activity in singles competition.
That's all. That's all.
In the tag division, we're finally got the Street Profits getting it done.
I'm not mad about that.
We happy about it. We in there like swimwear. I'm asking my boys. But now,
in there like swimwear, but then they're like chin hair.
Oh man, I haven't seen much activity regarding singles competition regarding black athletes. I'll say, however, though, I am happy that there has been an increase in the Latino community or Latinx community. I don't want to say anybody, and I think it might be. I think the way Triple H is trying to do it, he's going to try and do it in like 1 year is going to be focused on the Latinx community, and then 1 year is going to be focused on the black community. That's what I think he's going to do. That's a lot of benefit of the doubt I just threw out there, but there's got to be something that he's doing because Carmelo Hayes is a phenomenal athlete. He was the #1 draft pick in SmackDown, and he had feud with Andrade, put out bangers every week, maybe 2 times, and then got like verbally backhanded by everybody, and now goes out there to do cool moves just to lose. I don't understand.
They're utilizing him. They really are.
Meanwhile, Braun Breaker.
God, Braun Breaker, bro. Go ahead, do your thing.
See, Dallas, you had to bring that up. Really, sir?
Go on, bro.
Meanwhile, Braun Breaker.
Leave it.
Go ahead.
Because now Carmelo Hayes, in my opinion, has the greatest opportunity to have a career resurgence. But he's got, he has the goddamn look.
Yeah.
What more do you want him to do? What more does Carmelo Hayes have to do? Clearly, that is the black son Shawn Michaels never had.
Thank you. He's not lying.
That man is a spitting image of Shawn Michaels, of a young Shawn Michaels, just in melanated form. That man is Shawn Michaels. That man has the mic work. He is a performer. He is top notch. NXT, in NXT, he was like the set man. Listen, he made Trick Williams look like $1 million.
That pass they had at NXT Send and Delivered.
Actually got that man the spot, man. He literally he said, "Hey, Trick, I'm going to the big leagues. Here you go, my brother. Have fun with it."
That's the problem. Bringing them up from NXT and underutilizing them. They're not giving them the respect that they were getting in NXT.
And my heart fears for Obafemi.
Leave all of them down there. Do not bring them up yet. No.
My heart
fears about what they were gonna do to Roxanne. Because look what they did to Lyra. They brought her up and left her in catering, and then they just threw a turtle at her.
It's like every 3. Go ahead, King.
We hear you, King.
Look, you hear me now?
Yep, we hear you.
I said, if you jinx Obafemi, I will find you.
I'm about to say, I'm like, no, we keeping his ass down there until Sean says, "Oh, you ain't got nothing else."
Every 3 NXT call-ups get a push.
Did you see was handling people in TNA? Did you see the way he walked in there and claimed house?
By goddamn stuff.
Dude,
if you look back at the way they treat
let him cook.
Let that man cook.
They're treating him right in NXT. But once he comes to that main roster, there's not going to be much for him to do. Look at how they unfortunately, if you think about it, how they treat the bigger, larger wrestlers.
Yep. They're gonna have him look like Braun Strowman or
do not put Obafemi. Do not put Obafemi up against Braun Strowman as soon as he comes in.
Please don't.
Don't put him up against no fucking Bronson Reed.
Please don't.
Just please.
Oh no, you already know what's happening. He running that shit back with Otis.
I don't want Obafemi I don't want Obafemi in a Carmelo Hayes situation. I don't even want Trick Williams up there.
Which I'm.
I don't give a fuck. Javon ain't coming up until he's 25. I don't give a shit. He's staying his ass in. No.
You going nowhere.
No, I can't do it. I love you, Hunter. Just not now. No. Just no.
They're not gonna know. They're not gonna know what to do with him on the main roster. He has too much of a unique flavor. They're not gonna know what to do with him.
And
because like, main roster, they look for the same thing, and Javon is just Javon is Javon, bro.
Man,
I'm gonna say this: I fear for Tony D'Angelo. I fear for Charlie Dempsey. I fear I fear a very lot for Lola Vice.
Oh no. They gonna Zia Lee fucking Lola Vice, man. Don't do that. Nope. I don't want that for her.
Like they did Alexa Lopez. They're gonna try to bring her up and just use her as a manager.
Go help this tag team.
Who may have a good time going to the main roster eventually, not right now, but eventually. Okay. I think Lash Legend would have a great time on the main roster.
They would push her to a degree, but then that leaves Jakara Jackson in the back.
No man's land.
Here's the problem. You got Jakara Jackson, you got Lash Legend, a legitimate tag team.
Yes.
They should have dethroned Bianca and Naomi.
Agreed.
That should have been done. Okay. You got Fatal Influence. And then you have whatever the fuck is going on between Tatum Paxley, Shotzi. Like, those are the Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, they're
the evil Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, they're the punk Powerpuff Girls.
But here's my thing. Unless there's going to be, and which this is going to sound so messed up, unless there's going to be releases, which I don't want I don't want nobody to lose their job. Nobody in NXT should be going anywhere right now because I still haven't even brought up Stephanie Bakir. Nope. I still haven't brought up Julia. Nope. I still haven't brought up Jada Parker.
Leave them where they're at.
Leave their asses there. I'm selfish. Leave their ass there.
I still haven't brought up Zarya. I still haven't.
Ruka?
Yeah.
Ruka. I still haven't.
Like, leave them at NXT, but give them that main roster check because they got they're developing at great rates, but. Raw and SmackDown, you can't put everybody up there. It's going to be more bloated than AEW when they were hiring everybody, and everyone's just going to be sitting.
But I feel right now that they're good where they're at because NXT is competing just as much as SmackDown and Raw. And if anything, I feel like the show is a little bit better sometimes.
NXT is the better show overall because you're getting everything we want from Raw and SmackDown on NXT. At least with the new talent that we're seeing, everybody gets a chance to shine. Which brings me to my next point because SmackDown being 3 hours feels very diluted now.
Whew.
They're trying to fill an extra hour and they don't got it.
No, they don't. It ain't nothing there.
As a decent person who was hired as the new lead writer, I will not say that person's name. But he has been on the road a lot, and some people would consider him a dog. But I think once he arrived to that writing position, it did not work out as well as people were hoping because it's 3 hours of that person's ideas, and it was a lot more tight and jam packed when it was 2 hours and the previous writers were involved. And
yeah, man.
I think, you know what? Why the hell is SmackDown on Netflix? That's the real question, my guy. Why is it SmackDown? Well, what about USA? I'm tired of Peacock. All right, tired of Peacock. Put it on Netflix, bro.
Put all the PLEs on Netflix.
Just
I
put
miss the
everything-
WWE network, bro. I miss
gotta
that
go to-
999.
I miss the network. I miss
the network bad. I'm not gonna lie.
I never had to sit through a commercial on the network.
Nope.
Ever.
I could find all the Nitros, the Thunders, all the Smackdowns every season.
You know what? They also need to start bringing back those tournaments,
What
like
do
the
you mean?
Cruiserweight Classic and the Mae Young Classics.
Well, okay.
Oh.
If that's the case,
But you know,
how is that going to be presented? Because when are they going to be able to showcase that?
True.
Netflix,
When?
they can have it. Hold on. So Monday's Raw, Tuesday is NXT, Wednesday is
They need to make
Raw,
it long again.
Thursday is the LFG. Okay. So after LFG goes off, then they can put like a tournament or something on Netflix and make it weekly, because we need more Cruiserweight Classics. That Cruiserweight Classic was amazing. I don't care what anyone says. I was.
It was.
I would get home from work, make myself some tacos, and sit down and watch these dudes put on a clinic.
Tacos.
Here's the thing, though. While I agree with your sentiment, we had that and nobody appreciated it.
Nope.
We had 205 Live.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody appreciated 205 Live. The Cruiserweight Classic was its own standalone thing.
Mm-hmm.
How 205 Live was presented, nobody
they didn't care.
What's one thing you remember? What's one moment you remember from 205 Live that stands out? Besides,
Akira Tozawa beating Neville for the championship. Enzo Amore showing up and being an
Damn, King took it. That was the only thing I remember was Enzo talking shit about the whole cruiser. That's the only thing I remember from two.
Known as Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali.
Right.
But a goddamn menace to the 205 Live division. I used to watch, bro. 205
Neville
Live
was a fucking monster.
Whoa.
It was great.
That's on Netflix in Canada?
Yeah, internationally they got all the WWE shows. Netflix shows internationally.
Okay, I have a VPN. I'll just watch it on Netflix. Fuck it.
You just slide that link, brother.
Hey, $2 when I can watch it on Netflix. Man, this a bitch. Sorry.
Let me see. What was I about to touch on? Real quick.
Like, it's right there, man. Well, how long is Peacock and WWE going to be working together? Like, how long is that contract going to be?
Or as long as that contract with USA, as long as they stuck with USA, and then
I don't want. I see.
Shit.
Hold on.
It might be a while.
Hey, Rico. Yo, Rico. Welcome to the show. Good evening
Rico.
to you. So my thing is that I a part of me, for the nostalgia, doesn't want to see WWE leave the USA Network at all, just because.
Yeah.
For somebody who came up on USA Network, I was introduced to USA Network because of WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And like
the film Nikita boy.
WWE Law and Order, SV, like that shit leaving WWE would just break my heart, because I love the USA Network, and USA Network also interacts with a lot of the fans. So I fuck with USA Network. I could never I'll still give them if I had cable and I could only keep one channel, the USA Network would be the channel besides ESPN and all that. So we're getting towards wrapping up. Hezekiah, I gotta let you go so we can wrap this show up. Got a couple.
Anyway, I didn't want to be here. I didn't want to go.
No, man. Listen, listen, man. We love you. I'm glad you came, but we'll have to spend some more time together. Hold on. What? NASA just confirmed a new unidentified flying object. It said security guard Jordan.
Yeet!
Oh my God! Yeah, the way Jordan Grace just sent that man into the stratosphere.
Wait, yeet!
Jesus.
If there was at any point to yeet somebody, it definitely was that. It definitely was that. Hezekiah,
Pro of all time.
where can they? Before you dip, Hezekiah, where can they find you guys? Where can they find you at?
Oh yeah, I can do that whole like Twitter handle thing. Oh yeah, you can find me at X/Twitter, whichever you feel like calling it, at the Hezekiah. That is the King, HEZEKIAH, and I can now officially announce that I'm a member of the Culture Class Network, along with Mark Smith.
Yes.
That just the interview.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see more posts of me talking about wrestling, anime, goofy stuff, and maybe occasionally uploading edits of wrestling that I sometimes do, head over there on X. I don't really have any others. I mean, I have an Instagram, but like I'm not really on it. I just go to the group chats on there, so it's pretty much all about X/Twitter. Hit me up at the King Hezekiah. Please say hello. Give me a high five, virtually or whatever, or you can send me tree fitty, whatever you feel like doing.
Tree fitty.
Tree fitted.
Hey man, I'm broke. I need money. I'm driving a truck. You think I'm doing this for fun?
Man, gotta get that bread. Get that money.
Get your money.
Get that bag. Get that
But
bag.
if I've entertained you enough, I would like to say thank you for watching. Thank you for enjoying me, and I hope you guys all have a blessed day. And stay
Take
home.
care, man.
My
Thank
brother
you.
King. You
Drive
know it,
safe.
bro. Be
Drive
safe.
Drive safe.
Please drive safe.
All right, man. I didn't want to get rid of him, but we got to wrap this show up shortly. Fuck. We'll have him back on. I'm a little bit
Definitely.
I'm a little bit over time. So obviously WWE 2K25 went ahead and make sure you cop 2K25. I'm playing My Rise right now. It's okay. It's cool. I just don't like when I create a black character and he sounds like a used car salesman from Davenport, Iowa.
Best I can do is give you 1,200.
Yeah. When my guy starts sounding like a skater from Oregon, it's like really hard to like listen to the cutscenes. 2K, hire more voice actors. Hell, you can pay me and I'll do the
I was just gonna say, you got a guy. Deep voice.
Pay him. Pay him. I'll do it.
Two of them.
You hear my dogs in the background? They agree too. They agree. So wait, my wife is texting me. When the fuck did she leave?
Oh wow.
Hold on.
She said she was on a schedule.
All right.
Yeah.
The TikTok.
I'm about to call her ass.
Oh God, live calls.
Here we go.
Y'all be quiet. Don't say nothing. Hello? Where the fuck did you go?
I had to go get
The what? Hello?
Hello? I thought you were still talking on the show because I had the show up.
Yeah, I am talking on the show. Where did you go?
I had to go get face wash, and then I got the kids stuff for their Easter baskets, and then I had to go to the bank, and now I'm waiting on you for dinner. So
this is the shit that I'm talking about. All right, you stay right there. I'll be outside. The dogs are barking like somebody's breaking in the fucking house. And your timing is as impeccable as a money in the bank cash in.
I got nothing.
You fucking.
Here, I'll drive around the block.
Don't. No, that's wasting gas.
God, what? 3 cents?
Every fucking cent counts. We live in a busted economy.
Okay. Well, the dogs are barking, so.
No shit. I can hear them from Wakanda.
You're not funny.
Then why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing at you.
All right, drive around the block. I'll be out in a minute.
Oh my god. All right, here I go, wasting gas.
Oh, well, you didn't care. You didn't care earlier. This is ladies and gentlemen, this is the shit that I got to deal with every day.
Christy, get his ass.
Ladies
Get
and
him.
gentlemen.
Happy wife, happy life.
I need this harassment. I need this harassment.
Harassment.
Get him, Christy.
Doing things so that you didn't have to do them.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is the things that I get.
and I'm buying you dinner.
I don't care about you dinner last night.
So I'm returning the favor.
Exactly. Now, but I ran all the errands, so.
What?
I ran all the errands, so.
Nobody even knew you were fucking running errands in the first place. You just made up some errands and then ran them. Bye. Get the fuck out of here. Just lying. Just lying on some bullshit like that. Talking about some. Get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to like wrap the show up, and she's talking about
She gonna get you later.
with what?
Oh man, you about to get cussed the hell up.
No, the fuck I'm not. I'm telling you right now, I don't give a fuck if my wife is watching this shit or not. I'm telling you right now, I will shut my wife the fuck up. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how I do it. I'm gonna tell her to lay down on the bed. I'm gonna pull out the massage gun and I'm gonna massage her feet while she's covered up. That will knock her ass out in less than 2 minutes. Two
That
motherfucking
part.
minutes. And then hold on.
This sounds very accurate.
No.
Ken, you should be driving.
Yeah, why the fuck is you
Why are you texting and driving? What the fuck?
What is wrong with? We just told you stop texting and driving.
What the hell is going on here?
We didn't actually just tell you that, but we telling you now. Stop texting and driving.
Get help. Stop it.
Damn, bro. Like, why does this dude want to die so bad for a podcast? Only 97. It's only going to get 97 views unless we promote it.
I'm a store.
And we didn't even talk about the main thing that I wanted to talk about.
I know. I was like,
Now you gotta hold off for a whole week.
Oh my
What the
God.
fuck?
No, fuck that. Listen, Gunther beat the shit out of Jimmy Uso. He bloodied the fuck out of him. And he packed him up. He got spun round, tongue loud. He got all that. And he
Belt
got
to ass.
Listen,
Belt to ass. Belt to ass.
listen. You listen. Me personally,
Mhm.
if I'm zip tied up on the ropes, and my brother is getting rolled up in a backwood
Mhm.
by a man who looks like he would have worshipped Hitler in 1937. Oh, you best believe he gonna catch it more than just a super kick. He telling Gunther, "I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker.
I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, okay, bite that goddamn zip tie.
Ah.
I would have already
something.
tried to get it out of that.
You
shit.
got a fucking grill. You got mercury in your shit. Bite that shit. Get it the fuck over. Like, nah, bro. At this point, you're going to have to crash out on Gunther.
He needs to murk his ass.
He gotta die. You gotta get the strap, man. Get the strap. It's over.
He said, what the fuck? You wait till I leave and buying snacks to talk about this. Well, I be trying to say I got a schedule and I got things I'm trying to go to, but when we get off on tangents and shit like that, hey man, we can talk. You want to come back? You want to come back? No, see, I got
No, he's buying snacks. He's buying snacks.
You got a schedule to stick to, sir. Yo, 15 minutes, the theory go off already.
Yeah, so this is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna leave this show right now. Okay. If y'all want to keep talking, you go right ahead. I know I'm the host, but y'all got the free reins to do. Just don't get the show canceled. Don't say nothing homophobic because I just shared the Trans Day of Visibility flag. Don't say nothing homophobic. Well,
Would never.
We would never.
I would
never.
But another thing is, if we
allies.
have people who have a homophobic past, you are not coming on this show. Best believe. We are allies to the LGBTQI community. I believe there's an I now.
Plus.
What is it? IA or just I? Because I thought it was IA.
I know it's a plus at the end of it.
I thought it was
Okay, I thought there was an I
that I
and
can't
an
keep
AI.
up with.
It might be A.
We are definitely allies here.
Yes.
Yeah, because
we
we
love
have a lot
everybody.
of. So we love everybody. But I'm leaving the LGBTQIA plus. Okay, so
I knew it was a plus at the end. I knew it.
Well, that's a plus to have them as allies and to have us as allies. I'm leaving. So whatever these two want to talk about, if y'all want to bring Hezekiah back, that's completely fine. I gotta go. I'm hungry, and I have a hungry wife, and she's Italian.
Hungry wife, hungry life. Let's go.
Every time she gets mad, I hear that the Sopranos theme start playing. So I gotta go.
Don't stop believing, my brother. We love you.
I'm gonna make her an offer that she can't refuse. So I will see y'all later.
Sir.
Bye. I'm out.
Nessa, since now the host is run off to get some food,
No,
this is your show, and I am just here. No, I'm just kidding.
Look, I was trying to keep diverting back. Let's go back to London. So
Okay, let's go.
London. Jimmy thought he was going to get a W from Gunther. Look how
that wasn't happening.
That sure did not happen. I think as not bad as it was, the fact that I think this is what Jay needs. I think Jay was he's listening to everybody talking about him being an underdog. He's not going to win. He's not going to this. He's not going to that. This boost that he needs to actually attempt to beat Gunther. He really does. But I agree with Dallas. There is no way in hell that my brother or my sister is getting up in front of me, bleeding, literally open bleeding, and I'm not trying to bite my fucking arm off. He was barely moving his arm. Oh my God.
John!
My arm would have been like dislocated from trying to get out to get my brother or my sister. There's no way.
Yeah. You do all you can to get out of some zip ties. And there is footage of his girl Rhea Ripley literally breaking zip ties. So I guess Jay gotta hit the weight room a little bit. Just a little bit.
His superhuman strength did not come out.
Yeah. So
but I feel like that segment and the way Gunther attacked Jimmy. Because and if you think about it, they're all about family.
Yeah.
That's the thing. They're the Usos. That's his brother. So him attacking Jimmy is the fire under his ass that he needs to go into WrestleMania to win.
Oh yeah. He definitely gonna this is gonna be motivation. I still see Jay getting it done. But Gunther is literally the villain from Die Hard, but he's a fucking giant. And the way he beat Big Jim's ass was ridiculous. That man really did beat his ass like he owed him money. That was ridiculous. Now, he got to bring a gun. Like I said, you got to bring an airsoft, bring some BBs. You got to before the match starts, you shoot this motherfucker. Then get in the ring, ding, ding, ding. Then you handle your business. That's the only way you're going to beat Gunther.
But his mindset right now, Gunther thinks that he's winning. He thinks that Jay is the bottom. He's the bottom feeder.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like that's going to help that too. Like he's overly confident. And he's getting that confidence back because when he was fighting and doing his feud with Damian, you saw that lack of it.
Yeah.
Like, and now he's getting that back because he thinks that Jay is literally a piece of gum under his shoe.
Yeah. I just hope that Jay gets back Like Greg, yes, you're right. He is Ivan Drago. That motherfucker is a demon of the worst kind. Is he 09 Randy Orton? Not yet, but damn, he's up there.
Well, this is what I need Jay to do.
What you need Jay to do?
That's what I need Jay to do for what he just did to Jimmy.
Yeah. Shoot that motherfucker.
Point blank.
Yeah, he just got to get back to being the crash out king he used to be, the right hand man.
And
I need him to enter the Thunderdome one more time. He needs to get that flow back.
Jimmy was telling him that this soft version of him is not going to do it.
It's not.
Oh.
Hey,
wait.
I'm out here. I done walked outside and shit, thinking my wife is here and shit. She ain't even motherfucking out here. I'm sitting out here like, oh yeah, I'm like, yo, where you at? Blah blah blah. Come outside, blah blah blah. She's like, oh yeah, I had to motherfucking I'm at McDonald's. McDonald's. Oh wait, no, here I think this is her right here. Nah, this look like her. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it's her. She driving reckless and fast for no motherfucking reason.
Tell Vin Diesel to slow down there.
Yeah, I know this. If the lights come on my face, hold on. I said if the lights come on my face. Whoa, hey yo, that's crazy.
That was a bar, bro. Hey yo.
If I start walking. Okay, if you start seeing me, that means this is the. Yeah.
There's light.
Oh, there he is.
Took all day.
Come on.
Back on the show.
Hello.
I was talking shit about you.
The whole time.
You better get him, Christy.
That man should get no fries ever.
Yeah.
Kev, go fuck yourself.
All right, I feel it. All right, that was coming.
Kev, you know what?
Wow.
Kev, you know what, bro?
I'm with Kev, so.
No. I'm suplexing Kev, bro. I'm suplexing.
See,
Kev.
this is yeah.
And this
Best man of my wedding, everybody. That was Cash, everybody. That was Cash.
Yes. What, did these motherfuckers have a bow and arrow in the garage?
Honestly, I don't know.
Who just has a bow and arrow just hanging in the garage?
Dallas.
I have a crossbow. I don't got a bow and arrow. Those.
Yes, Lena. Yes.
Hey, no disrespect. They did say they was from Senegal, so it does make sense.
I can't do.
They had a bow and arrow hanging in their garage. That's crazy.
They need to sit down.
Keep telling everybody that
silence all the hate.
a crossbow, so I could be like Daryl.
Everyone, why he's going to win.
Daryl from The Walking Dead. Glenn deserved to die in The Walking Dead. That's where I stand at it.
You still an asshole for that.
Mute that because I'm about to whoop your ass.
Yeah, okay.
Crash out main event. Jay Uso.
I'm about to crash out. I'll see y'all later.
Crash. Light crash.